Shocking new details are coming out about the ways in which David Eason allegedly spoke to his own children and his stepchildren as well while he was living with Janelle Evans. So, as you guys are aware, and we covered this in the video yesterday, Janelle Evans filed for a protective order against David Eason. And in that filing, she revealed a lot of explosive information, including the fact that David allegedly ran over one of their puppy dogs in front of his daughter, Marissa, who witnessed the dog passing away as a result of David allegedly running it over, which is absolutely shocking and devastating because don't forget, these children were also home when David shot the other family dog, Nugget, a couple of years ago, which led to Janelle being fired from Teen Mom Next Chapter alongside him, who had already been fired a couple of years prior. So let's get into some of the information that Janelle is alleging. And again, this is coming from the U.S. Sun. They're saying that in the court documents that Janelle Evans filed, she accused David of saying things like, quote, "I hate these kids," quote, "these kids are a-holes. I just want to run away from these MFers and never come back." She also accused him of saying really ABUSIVE things to the children's faces, including "you're stupid," "stop acting so gay," "little screaming B," "stop being an F word," and "your mom is a piece of S." I gotta say, I believe every single word of this, and I'm not shocked. When I saw the one that said "little screaming B," it reminded me of the time in which, on camera, David Eason claimed that Kaiser was a little B like his daddy, Nathan. So this definitely is well within his character to do and say those things. We've also seen him tweet very homophobic things as well over the years. And he's also TikToked very homophobic things. So it makes complete sense that this is the way that he is speaking at home. And this is the way that he is raising his children to be as well. Now, trigger warning for something very alarming. But Janelle is also claiming that David Eason told her to go off herself as well, which also does not surprise me because she had leaked some text messages from him or some fights that the two of them had. Yeah, it was a video of a fight that the two of them had in which he was saying these sorts of things to her. He said that she was worthless and stuff like that, and that she's a complete and utter POS, just a waste of space, things like that. So to me, that does lean into this sort of area of saying this sort of thing where, he was basically saying this to her in the video evidence that she had released years ago without actually saying this thing. So I do believe that he ultimately did say something like that to her. But at the same time, you have to remember that Janelle has a very lethal mouth herself, and she has said these sorts of things about people as well. Do you remember when she was engaged to Nathan and she was fighting with him? He told him that he wished that his friend would have died in combat or something like that. She says a lot of really nasty things herself. So just remember that this is Janelle filing this thing right now. So obviously she's going to say a lot of things about what David has said to her and what David has said up to and about the kids. But don't forget that Janelle herself is one and the same with David. She does and says things that too are considered ABUSIVE. So don't be surprised when David responds with his own filing and he accuses her of saying similar things. In fact, David had already said in a TikTok video recently that he was going to be clapping back with his own allegations. He claimed that Janelle only filed a protective order in order to keep him silenced so that he wouldn't be able to share the things that she had allegedly said to him in the privacy of their home. But now he's going to be responding to this summons that she had ordered him or delivered to him with his own evidence of her being nasty herself. So keep an eye out, you guys. By the way, Janelle is also claiming that his anger and his vileness towards her has intensified since the separation as well. So again, she says that David told her to delete herself. She says, "Your own mother doesn't even love you, cry yourself to sleep, and you stupid effing snitch B." Here's the thing. Janelle has been peddling the idea that Barbara doesn't love her and Barbara, abandoned her, this, that, and the other. But the thing is, to all of us who watch teen mom religiously, we saw the extent of Barbara's love for Janelle. She took on the task of raising Janelle's child for her during her like retirement years. Like she was supposed to be winding down, getting ready to retire, and instead she was raising a newborn child because her deadbeat daughter could not be bothered to raise her own child, right? And then on top of that, how many times did she have the opportunity to call the cops on Janelle, including when Janelle stole her credit card, Barbara, and then like treated her disrespectfully instead of, coming up with a payment plan, apologizing and whatnot. Barbara could have gone to the cops and Janelle could have gotten locked up for that one, but Barbara didn't because she loved Janelle. Even when Janelle was in and out of these homes with these boyfriends and whatnot, the heroin, the jails, like Barbara was always there for her to pick her back up, including the time in which Janelle tried to leave David Eason. She even moved to Tennessee and everything like that. Who was right there following her after all the nasty things that Janelle said about Barbara, after not even inviting Barbara to her wedding and everything like that? It was Barbara. So I do hope that Janelle one day wakes up to how much her mom suffered in the name of loving her, and that she doesn't actually believe that this is true. Though I do think that unfortunately Janelle believes this to be true. Anyway, you guys, that is just some more detailed information coming out about why Janelle Evans is seeking a protective order against her disgraced, dog killing and accused child beating husband, who's also unemployed to this day, David Eason'S. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already so that you don't miss out on a single update about this entire ordeal, because trust and believe, more information is coming as we gear up for David Eason's response to Janelle's filings, okay? Let me know your opinions about all this in the comment section down below as well. And as usual, we will chat. That's all for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye now.